Okay, welcome to GOD. Welcome to GOD TV, GOD Boxing. We finna chop it up about this Rolly Romero and Gervonta Davis fight being canceled. You know, I got my brother right here, Dom. Feel me? You might see a few more of my brothers walking past and coming through to the channel. If the person in the chat right now is the person who told me about the audio, thank you. I just fixed it now. I hope y'all can hear me good. I wanted to know, smash the like too, and help everybody else get to watch the channel and be able to chat with us. And we get more people to chat with us in here when you smash the like button. But I want to know how y'all feel about this fight being canceled. Me personally, I feel like it was a way out. I feel like Rolly Romero was trying to find a way out the fight. He ain't even look as confident as he been talking when he was in Gervonta face, in my opinion. Did you see the face off? Remember with the nigga with the fur coat?
Yeah, nope, I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
I only saw
right on for the like, man. Right on for the like. Drop something in the chat. Let me know how you feel.
Go ahead, bro. You just showing me when he was talking, and then the dude was telling him about something. He was like,
"Oh, okay.
So who is he?" He was like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah, at the face off, you know how he be like, I'm gonna knock him the fuck out and all. When they was in each other's face, he didn't have that energy. He ain't try to push him, he ain't touch. You know how usually when they really confident, they do all of it. He wasn't doing none of that.
I mean, well then that right there lets you know that
it's a gimmick.
Yeah, motherfuckers are just playing this shit off, just to sell.
Yeah,
make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinking like probably, the person that he fighting is gonna do the same thing, but that person really serious.
Yeah. But like I was telling you though about Ryan Garcia, he was the dude who called out Gervonta, then he pulled out the fight. But he actually, he be knocking people out too. Ryan Garcia knock out artists too. You feel me? But he sparred with Rolly before. That's what I was trying to tell you before we found out the live wasn't the audio wasn't working. He sparred Rolly before, and Rolly was beating the shit out of dude.
Just in the sparring.
Yeah, in the sparring. He was beating the shit out of Ryan. And Mayweather, before Tank was even finna take the Ryan fight, Mayweather told Ryan, he said, if you want Tank, go through my fighter Rolly. He said, I seen that sparring footage. Let's see what you do with the 8-ounce glove. And you see that fight never manifested though.
So that right there lets you know that he already wasn't ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could actually be a fighters that's pretty good, but just not good enough for their maker. Yep. Yep. They're not ready to lose to their maker yet.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, Tank and Devin Haney get paid more than like all these other fighters. You feel me? So all these fighters really want that payday, but they trying to find a way around it without having to fight them. You feel me?
So like how you were saying, like it being a gimmick, but do you think that some of them actually? Do you think most of that time actually be the fighter, or it could be their management telling them like, I think you should, pull out this fight. You shouldn't.
I think they management be telling them from the beginning, like, I don't think you're ready for that. Like, if it's a good management, if it's a managed team, well, let's just say a team that ain't just yes man, and they like, nah, I don't think you ready. I think you can beat them, but you don't got the skill to be ready yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just up to the fighter always, though, at the end of the day. Everybody can be telling him that, and he might still be like, I'm taking the fight. I don't care. You know what I mean?
I mean, because the only reason why I'm saying that, because, like, it just kind of reminded me of what we was talking about the other day about Adrian Broner when he was like, like, he was one of them fighters that got pumped up into the shit. Like, he wasn't scared to do it. Like, he jumped in it, like, fuck it. Okay, y'all think I'm wrong. Okay, fuck it. I'm on him. Like,
and I think a lot of that is due to yes man being around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you look at Gervonta Davis' career, Mayweather did a good job of taking him step by step by step.
Yeah, I seen his early. I was following him early career, so I'm most definitely seen his little early fights and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
against some tough opponents. They wasn't the best, but they was tough.
yeah,
So they was giving them experience. You feel me? And
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
type of fight you want. And you know, the guy can have 13 losses, but you want him to be a guy who go give your fighter some experience, and they're not just somebody who go get beat up. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And
Sure.
and Tank done had them fights from from the first steps all the way up. So
that's why it really wasn't no confidence right now in this fight for him.
But the thing about it, Rolly is Mayweather fighter too. So Rolly get good fights too. Rolly fought some top competition. It's just his boxing skills is questionable. Cause it was a dude named Jackson Marinez who whooped his ass for about 10 rounds. I mean, I don't know. I gotta rewatch the fight. I just know after I watched it, I said Rolly must not be undefeated. And they gave him the fight. So I'm like, oh, that's how I'm like, he undefeated, but they rigged it for this nigga. You know what I mean? So
they could make it to where it's like,
yeah, the judges definitely was on Rolly's side for the Jackson Marinez fight. I couldn't believe it. Smash the like button, drop something in the chat. Let me know what y'all feel. We all open to discussion, whether you agree, disagree, it don't even matter. You can drop a dislike, a like, it just help more people join the chat. God Boxing, God TV. But yeah, he got his ass beat. Because this one I was first finding out about Rolly. And I'm like, oh, let me check him out. Let me see if he raw. I looked up that fight and I'm like, that was not a good first fight to see this nigga fight because he was getting that ass pounding. And it show you what knowing how to box versus knowing how to fight can do for you. You know what I mean? The nigga Marinez was a pure boxer and he was just boxing the fuck out of Rolly.
Giving him the professional skill.
Yeah.
And he just felt like he can go in the ring and just fight.
Yeah, because he telegraphed his punches. He do street fighting type of shit. And even this coach, he said some clown shit. He said, yeah, I like to incorporate street fighting, boxing, and karate all in one. And you can't name one boxer who's been successful at some shit like
doing
that.
Something like that.
You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous to even. It's different rules, different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a big mind thing to even having to stop yourself from doing other techniques inside of a ring of just boxing.
Because they say Rolly was like a judo champion and then he got into boxing. So with that being said, that's why his style is a little awkward. But sometimes the awkward bad style can work in your favor.
I was just about to say,
because niggas train for orthodox, like like a style that's correct. They training for a correct type of style. They're not training for incorrect movement. So that incorrect movement can throw a nigga off, and you might land one good punch. God. Oh, let's see what he says.
White fighters are ducking each other. Yep.
Go ahead and read the whole thing out.
They think that they'll lose respect if they lose. Oh, yep, you're right. I was about to say they most definitely they let that pride get in their way. Like, man, I can't. You hella right. Like, I can't lose this.
He said, I don't know why fighters are ducking each other. They think they'll lose respect if they lose, but they got more for actually taking the risk. They'll get more for exactly. And that's what boxing needs to get back to. Shout out to
Shout out to Rodolfo Rivera Jr.
Shout out. Definitely, you correct. I think these fighters definitely need to take the fights, and that'd be my argument. Like, why I understand cheering for your race, but don't be biased about a fighter who don't want to fight. Admit that he ain't trying to fight another fighter, so we can get the fight done. If you keep making it seem like it's okay, this person ain't taking the fight ain't gonna ever get done because he feel like his fans are satisfied with what he doing. You know what I mean?
For real.
Do you feel like Rolly Romero is using this as a way to get out of this fight, or do you think that is legitimate that this girl is accusing him of this, and you think he can get in some trouble?
I mean, it could go both ways, but how you explained it to me, I felt like this is this has seemed like it's more of a ducking situation because it's like you can feel like you got that confidence and shit to you kind of like see how the motherfucker really be like, oh man, like he's serious.
Yeah.
Okay, his boxing is serious. Like I don't box like that. Like maybe I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you start having second guesses. Like nigga, maybe I'm not ready for this. You know what I mean? Like but then now you got to think of a plan because you don't want to just straight up be like, man, I'm cool off of this fight. I don't think I'm ready for this. So you gonna make some type of excuse to get out of it just to keep your reputation like, oh, they trying to play him.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly,
man.
Exactly.
Oh, they trying to stop him from fighting. They trying to stop him from having a good fight so it don't look bad on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can most definitely see this, like see him ducking the fight, you know, making this as an excuse. For real.
And like I said, mind you, this year been such a weird year for boxing. Oh, you need a lighter?
Yeah.
This year been such a weird year for boxing because a lot of people been pulling out of fights for the weirdest reasons. You know what I mean? Pulling out of fights due to COVID, where it seems that the boxer don't have COVID. Like Tyson Fury pulled out in July, and you seen him in the casino like fucking 3-4 days later. You know what I mean? And he pulled out due to COVID though. You know what I mean? So just a bunch of weird stuff. Teofimo pulled out for COVID. And his fight got rescheduled a bunch of times. You feel me? Teofimo versus Kambosos. And then Devin Haney got a bunch of fighters who pulled out of fights with him. You know what I mean? He was supposed to fight Ryan Garcia. He was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna. He was supposed to fight Jojo Diaz. So Ryan Garcia just broke his wrist, so now he can't fight Jojo. So hopefully Devin get the fight. But Devin saying he's still available to fight. So it ain't no telling what's going on with him and Jojo. But there's no reason why the fight shouldn't be made because Jojo Diaz and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they all with the same promotional company. They all with the Zone. And
I mean, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, see how you said it, like all the fighters that pulled out, but think about the fighters that they had to fight. Yeah. So I guarantee, like, those are the fighters that they've never probably experienced being in the ring with. So they're probably like, damn, like, man.
And what's crazy about
do to duck out this fight? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's crazy about Rolly? He said he fought Devin 6 times in the amateurs. He said Devin beat him 3 times, and he beat Devin 3 times.
So that should be the confidence to want to get in the ring.
Exactly,
because you know you done fought and beat you before more than once.
Yeah. But Devin say that's bullshit. He said he got the footage that he beat Ryan 3 times. He said he ain't get beat by Ryan 3 times. He said show the footage if that's true. You feel me? So it ain't no telling. But with Ryan track record, I'm gonna believe Devin a little bit more right now.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Like for you to have a confidence like that to say, oh, I didn't. Yeah, he beat me 3 times. I beat him 3 times. Like, and I felt like that was something where, you know, he could have like, you know, because the media puts you under pressure with them questions, and you don't want to say no spook shit, like, or just say some shit where you like, damn, did that make me look bad saying that? Like,
but that's all they've been doing is making themselves look bad.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but that's because when you got real people that really is interested in boxing and they really know the shit, they know who's the one that's real. Yeah. Like, nah, he really ain't ducking this fight. This is really going on.
Exactly.
Then the ones that's like, he ducking this fight. Yep. Like, this is an excuse for him to get out this fight. He ain't ready. Yep. The people around him was pumping his head up, and he just some clicked where he realized, I'm not ready for this fight.
And that's why one of my favorite fighters is David Benavidez, because he be ready to fight everybody in his division. Like
the one he was telling
he ready to fight Canelo. He want to fight Charlo. He want to fight Andre. Everybody. He ain't ducking nobody. And you gotta respect it.
You got people that's actually willing to take fights like that.
Yeah,
it's cool. I'll take it.
Yep.
I mean.
But you got
to lose, it's gonna make you better anyway.
Well, like I used to be a fan of the Charlos. I felt like Canelo was ducking them, but now I feel like they ducking Benavidez. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I can't be biased. You know, whether you my race
you said it. You was like, you got people out there that choose their own, that want to pick their own fighters. You know what I'm saying? Now I want him because he a little bit more easier than this dude. Just like how you was telling me about the one dude that was like, he don't want to fight tall fighters no more.
Yeah,
like shit like come
Lopez.
on, man, like shit like that. You didn't even keep that to yourself just to just.
You said it to the announcers.
Yeah, like that lets you know right there. Okay, this was a good fight. This was a fight this was super. I am not ready for this type of fight again. For real, I didn't.
But that's what it's about: is good fights and letting us see your wars and plenty of boxers before you did it. So you can't say that it's impossible or that it's not good for your career. And you know, I always hear people make excuses for people, and they'd be like, "Come on, man,
you ain't got to be undefeated to be the best."
Exactly.
For real.
You can pull the upsets off. You know what I mean, and that make you even better. That would give you more money and everything. You know what I mean, to pull off the upset. Like, you gotta respect Sean Porter for taking the Terrence Crawford fight. Though. That nigga is a dog.
I respect him, period, as a boxer. Definitely. I like his attitude.
And his style. Because he go in, he go fight.
He ain't scared.
Yep.
He a little pit bull in that ring.
You know, of course, I got Crawford, though.
For sure.
I feel like Porter gonna give him a fight, though, for sure.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
You got me liking Crawford.
Definitely.
I was about to say, I like Porter.
Who you think gonna win the fight? Who you got? Like, who would you want to win? Who you feel like you more attached to and fuck with? It don't matter. Porter?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I was about to say,
that's what's up.
I like to see him win, but at the same time, I just want to see a good fight.
Definitely. That's all that matters.
Because I know that is going to be a good fight for surely. Because ain't nobody going in that ring scared.
And that's this month.
Yeah, nobody ain't going in that ring scared.
Exactly.
For sure. That's what I like about them type of boxing.
Man,
this confidence is just gonna be there all day.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And they gonna have they even fought each other before?
No.
Oh, see, yeah.
It's gonna be a fight. And if Crawford be the first person to ever stop Sean Porter, you know how much of a statement that's gonna be for him in the welterweight division. Yeah. Like, it'll be no reason why.
That means all them people that didn't want to fight him,
they have to.
Yeah.
Whether you want to or not, you have to, unless you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Period. And even if he just like sit in there and get a unanimous decision win over Sean Porter, it's amazing because Porter got all split decision losses. Yeah. So that means that one of the judges felt like Porter won. At least one of the judges. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying for sure. Hell yeah.
I just showed he lost, but did he really lose? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So
that shit was close.
Exactly. And that's what happened when the best fight the best. You get split decisions. You get early knockouts. You get, because it's the best versus the best, and anything can happen. You know what I mean? Now, when it's the best versus a dude who don't want to even throw a punch, my problem with Charlo is how he wants Canelo, but he doesn't want to fight the best at 160 first. Looks like Triple G is taking Murata to unify 160. So why is Andre or Charlo not doing it? I definitely agree with you. I feel the same way. I feel like with Charlo, you complaining about how certain people don't want to fight you, but look at all the people you don't want to fight. And if you fought these people, like all the people, it's a lot of people in that division that complain about not being able to fight Canelo. And I feel like fight each other. You know, y'all fight each other. You know, see who the best out of y'all group, and Canelo go be forced to fight y'all because y'all the best fight y'all can make with each other. You know what I mean? Once y'all fight each other, win or lose, if it's a great fight, y'all careers is gonna be boosted. You gonna get the best payday of your fucking life.
And you're gonna be able to fight the fighters.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You're going to be able to fight the fighters that you want to fight if you really want to fight them. Because in today's boxing world, it feel like a lot of fighters, you know, do you really want the fight? Yeah. It gets confusing.
Or it's just because you got put under the pressure.
Yeah.
At that moment. So
Yep.
you're like, oh, I'll fight you. Yeah, just nothing. Because you don't want to be like, come on, man, you know.
And that's why you gotta respect the Terrence Crawfords, the Earl Spences. I'm gonna keep it real. You even gotta respect Oscar De La Hoya. He took good fights all through his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? David Benavidez. You gotta give respect to the fighters who want the smoke. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, all these people who willing to take the fights. You know what I mean? How y'all feel about Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson? How you feel about Oscar supposedly not being willing to take the fight next, even after Shakur Stevenson dominated Jamal Herring and got the belt?
Yeah, that's crazy. All this.
It's weird because it's all out of Canelo camp that do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd be like, come on, man. Like,
what's going on?
And Valdez, I think, personally, will give Shakur Stevenson his best fight in that weight class. You know what I mean? I think Valdez gonna be the best fight for him. I think both sides, the Valdez fans and the Shakur fans, want to see that fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, how you feel about that situation, though? Do you think Valdez should be taking the fight? You think that he should jump on the opportunity before, anything can happen in boxing? So you think he should jump on the opportunity while he had the chance to do so? I think he should. I definitely think he should. Thank you for being in the chat, being responsive, tuning in. I definitely thank anybody who come through and join the chat. I love boxing. I love to chop up boxing. I'm going to try to bring more content, more news, more live videos. Hopefully get some interviews soon and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I do everything around boxing, man. And we even talk video games, everything on here. So we open the chat about just life, period, up inside of here. You know what I mean? Boxing might be one of the main subjects, but we chop it up about everything on GOD TV, man. Make sure you smash the like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and we can build the family up from the ground up. You think Triple G go win the fight? He's been out the ring for a minute. Valdez should definitely take it. In my opinion, Stevenson takes it, but it'll be a great fight. I'll catch you later. Keep the hustle going. For sure. Right on, man. Have a good one. Like I said, thank you for being engaged and watching it and supporting the channel. That's how we do it over here, man. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to GOD TV, GOD Boxing. I'm out. Make sure y'all drop a like, drop a subscribe, share the video. It helps the video be seen when you drop a like. So I really appreciate it. I'm starting from the ground up. It's only my second live video. So help the channel. Help the channel out, man. I'm out.